Hello everyone. Okay, I'm going to... Hello, it is 7:57 Central Standard Time. I am once for all not late. Okay, I'm gonna adjust my seat. I'm gonna adjust my chair over here. I hope that everyone is doing well. I have the chat window open in my tablet, so I'll be able to see if you guys have any questions or just saying hi to me. I want to say hi to everybody. Let me know your first name because sometimes the usernames are weird. Probably my name is weird. Everyone's having a hard time pronouncing Lhey, but I'd love to know your first name so that when I say hi to you, I am saying your first name. Okay, so today is Saturday. Hello, Lucy! And my fingers are dirty. Well, let me tell you something. My hands are always dirty like this. And when I say dirty, it's inks, paints, it's markers. Hello, Paula from Canada. Hi, thank you for joining in. I'm so happy that you're here. So my hands are always like this, and every time I say something on film when I'm filming a video, and I would always say something about it, and then my husband would say, honey, you should mention that your name is always dirty. I mean, your hands are always dirty like that, messy like that. So, okay, today or tonight is going to be all about our Hobonichi, and people have been requesting for this video for a very long time now. I tell you what, the reason why I didn't do a flip through last year is because I used my Hobonichi as my main and personal planner. So there were a lot of personal information in there that I couldn't share online. So I really missed creating Hobonichi videos, and I didn't do a lot last year because of the reason that I said. But this year, although I didn't really use it, I didn't use a planner because I was using the planner that I collaborated with Paper House Productions. But ever since I decided that, you know what, I'm going to start using the Hobonichi and I'm going to be, journaling every day. So I think I started making that decision around maybe October and all that. But the beginning of the year, like everybody else, if you are a planner, if you are someone who makes lots of plans for the new year, I am sure that I am not alone in this. You might be doing the same thing. But the beginning of the year, I was really, really doing well because I did some journaling, with photos and scrapbooking and things like that. So, and you're going to see it. I'm not going to be going a little too slow because there's a lot of the things that we can flip through here. But if you have any questions along the way, you can do the chat and I will be able to see it. Okay, all right, so we're gonna go start. So this is the front. I have some stickers in here, some stickers from our December Little Bits kit. And I also used some puffy stickers. This is from Crate Paper. And this is from their, I think, All Heart collection or All Girl or something like that. I'm not certain. But they're so cute. I love the positive quotes in this. And December is one of my favorite designs that I've ever created for the Little Bits because it's just such a happy box. It's rainbow colors and very positive and very happy, So, hello, Leona. Okay. So that's it. That's the front. As soon as you open it, you're really like, oh, it's so cute. And if you notice that I don't decorate my pockets because I like to switch my covers. And so I'm just not someone who would spend a whole lot of time decorating my pockets. I would rather decorate my planner than the pockets or the case or the cover that I'm using. Okay. So obviously I didn't use the planner itself. You're going to see it here. I think this was September. See, I didn't even use the January and all through that because I was using a different planner. So September, October was very cute. I'm going to adjust things so you guys can see it well. There we go. I love this one. I was using 1 in a million. I love those little dumplings. And then November, obviously, I'm not using it, but I'm using the planner itself just for some little things. I didn't decorate it very much. December's not decorated yet. And then here's the weekly. Nothing's been used except for, I think it started September when I said, okay, you know what, I'm just going to use it. So this was September. I was using some Patreon stickers here, a set from, I think, October. Nope, September. September sticker sets. Those are really pretty. And then this was the next week from that. Super cute. I'm going to miss Halloween spreads because they're so cute. So I mixed some of my designs with the little dumplings from 1 in a million. I just love Cynthia's designs. I love the little dumplings. Then this is the next week. There was not a whole lot of change because I was loving the Halloween theme. I was loving that. And then this one, I think this was November 2018, little bits. And then with some other stickers, gosh, I think those are from, I cannot remember. Some sticker book that I got, but they're so cute. They're pastel colors and match the whole, you know, theme of what I have in here. Super cute, super cute. But see how easy it is to make your layout super cute with washies and stickers. And then this was the week when we did the no sticker challenge. I did film a video, the process video of this one, but you get to see it up close. It's super cute. Turned out really well. Super, super cute. And then October, I did use some of the Patreon stickers and then added some little dumplings as well. They're super cute together. Just so you guys know, I'll be using the word cute a whole lot today or tonight. And then I didn't use the last week because I was using the Erin Condren. Okay. So 2019, usually I'm so much better at creating my vision board here. I don't know why I was lazy, but it looks like I was lazy and didn't do a whole lot. But what you're going to see here in the Hobonichi, just before we start flipping through, is that there were moments where I wasn't using it every day, you know, that I would have to flip through some of the past days and then just use it how I feel like using it. If I'd like to watercolor, I'd like to letter and things like that, then I would do it. The reason why I stopped using the Hobonichi, first of all, is that the pressure of having to do it every day. And that's the thing that turned me off the most, was that I was wasting the paper. But then I realized that I was the only one who was giving myself that pressure, you know, and no one pressured me to use it every day. If you didn't use it, then don't worry about it. So that's the thinking that I have now, is that I don't really care if I would miss a day. If I have to go back and just use some of the pages, then I just go back. So this was January, and this is when I said that I was still very adamant that I'm like, you know what, very serious, very, I don't know, inspired, and said, I am going to be doing this. I'll be using my Hobonichi. So January 2nd was my son's birthday, turned 12. And then this little cuties here. I wish I could remember everything that I used in this Hobonichi. I am afraid that I will not be able to help you with that. I won't be able to remember all the stickers or what kind of medium I used in there. Of course, watercolor will be very obvious, but the rest of the things would be a little hard. Okay, I love this spread. This is for rain, and then we have the unicorn things, and then she took those pictures, just so you guys know. She's pretty good. And then this one as well. See, this was the beginning of the year. I'm sure your planner looks the same. It's like, ooh, wow, you know what? Guess what? My handwriting was still so pretty. Everything was still so neat. And I was still so inspired. Oh, man. Okay. And then over here, this is my Keep Collective, because I love my Keep Collective bracelets, my charm bracelets. And so I was kind of showcasing it here. We ordered something from Alice, from Winnie the Pooh, Pooh and Friends, Tinkerbell collection, and then Mickey and Minnie. So these were the collections that we got. And we just added some washi tape so I can flip like this. I thought it was a cute thing to add in there. And then here, a mixture of lettering, stickers, washies, you know, all those fun stuff. And then journaling, of course, pictures. And then here, some watercolor, showcasing my bracelets again. And then, oh, this was when my son, we rushed him to the doctor's office very early. He was okay, though. Something about his something. All right. Okay, so here we go. January 14th. And then, so when you see something like this, okay, I'm starting to get lazy. So I'm like, I cannot get lazy. I cannot get lazy. And they just started just doodling things. No more letterings. No more, you know, not a lot of writing and all that. And then here, oh, we drove to NBA game. Thunder versus Lakers. And you know what? That's like 3.5 hours just one way from Arkansas to Oklahoma. Yes, Mom of the Year award for me. That's what my son wanted for his birthday. And then you're going to see a whole lot of florals in here, because I realized that florals is something that I really enjoy looking at. And then I also enjoy creating. So when I have blank pages, I would go back and then just create some different floral watercolors. And it's such a beautiful way to use your unused pages. And so here, I realized that using watercolors is such my favorite. I think it's my favorite medium to use in my Hobonichi. And also the best way to fill in pages. There we go, last minute habit, that's me. So that's empty. And also this is a great way to fill in your pages as well. So if you'd like to just make patterns and things like this, for example, you don't have a whole lot of thing that happened that year, and you know, you want to still fill in your pages, and then you can create some pattern play over here. Hello, Janice. Hi. Okay, so I think this was when I was in New York. Brooklyn, I think. Yep, that's it. So New York Planner Addicts. That was fun. That was fun. I had so much fun there. And then journal that home sweet home and back home. And then here I added some ephemeras, stickers, some doodling. Absolutely, you're very welcome. So big lettering like this, especially if you're going to use the cousin. I am still going to be using the cousin next year for my journaling, because I like to letter big. So, and I noticed that, and I'm the worst at planning my letters. So there's some words that are like super long that I will not, I can never, ever, ever, well, if I really have to and really plan for it, but most of the time it's like, I'm so bad. I'm the worst at planning my lettering. So February, we have Pinky over here, some watercolors. And also one thing that I wanted to share with you, in my Hobonichi, one thing that I've learned, through the years of using it is that if I don't have access to watercolors, or if I'm just plain lazy to use watercolors or just color in my doodles, and I just have a plain black pen, I learned that it's much better to fill it in with just black ink, just doodles or just writing, as long as you're still filling it in. That's the thing that I was giving myself such a hard time, in the past years, where if I don't create something really nice that I'm happy with, then I was not doing it at all. But now I've learned that, you know what, it's much better to just create something. I stick some washi tape like this one and just have fun in the process. It's all about having fun, and so this is the reason why we do this. Why do we have journals? Why do we have like 10,000 journals? Because we love it. We love notebooks and we love creating. And so give yourself so much pressure, because you're just going to end up not using it, So that's just my advice. So here we go. This page over here, I was playing with my new Posca paints. And so I said, okay, what is a good way to do swatches? And I'm like, oh, spilled paints, because in my December, some of the stickers and some of the images that I designed for that is some spilled paints and all that. So that's what I created, kind of like paint, that's spilled. It's so pretty, and I was able to do swatches of the Posca paint. It doesn't get so bulky, because I don't know why. It's not too bulky like the ones that you can see in Facebook group. I'm like so amazed by how just really it's bursting out of the seam, their journals. I don't know why mine's not that way. I know, right? 10,000, and that's being nice. My husband, if he can probably hear me, I'm like, oh yeah, more than that. So here, as you can see here, it's like just writing down. If I have a new ink that I want to swatch, and I just want to swatch it, I don't have anything to say, I just want to swatch the inks, and I'll just write down anything, whatever, words, over and over, using new nibs, using new inks. I'll just write it and use it, because that's what my journal is for. Okay, so this one, it is Posca paint again. Posca paint is like acrylic paint, but it is in a pen. Hold on, I'm trying. Sorry about that. Let me just grab it real quick so I can show you. So these are Posca paints. I love these things, and I need to use them more often, because I feel like most of the time I always gravitate towards the watercolors and my inks, so I need to use that much more, because these are fun to play with. So let's just show you guys a sample. I'm going to show here. And again, Tomo River paper, of course. Sometimes it takes a while for it to dry off, so you're going to have to be patient. With some of your pages. And with this Hobonichi, this stays home, so I don't really bring this with me a whole lot. Plus, I don't really leave a whole lot either, so so it just stays at home. So when I'm working on layout or pages like this, and if I have to dry them, I don't really mind just drying them, because, and as you can see, it's drying pretty quickly. But with watercolors, if I want to do like layers and layers, I always have my heat tool over here, and I would just be lazy and just do this so that it will dry off. So that's it, because people always complain about, oh my God, it takes forever to dry. I can't even use it. Well, then get a heat tool and then you're dry. You're fine. Good to go. All right, here. We went to Chicago. All right, I did journal. It looks like I was trying to leave some space for journaling, but I didn't do anything. I did journal about the Giordano's pizza. That was so good. This is when we did the karaoke night, hosted the karaoke event. That was so fun. And again, you're going to see a whole lot of these florals. I love them. Some ephemeras. I love this. Okay, I'm just going to have to point it out. Mommy Lhey Designs LLC, in between Jumanji and Neverland. That's my house and my office. Somewhere between Jumanji and Neverland. So messy all the time. And this is what I was talking about, my lettering. I love to do the big letterings like this. I think I have some sample videos of me doing the loose florals, but I can do a loose floral today for you guys. You know, so reminds me I'm going to have to do this much faster because I get so lazy. All right, and then this one, watercolors and doodles. And then we have some ephemeras, some doodles again. This is when I did the doodling class in San Francisco. That was so much fun. Yes, I love those too, Paula. And then you're going to see some letters for myself. I do that quite often in my journals. I love leaving like letters to me. I love letter for myself. Okay, so this is what I was talking about just doodling. So obviously, I didn't have any colors with me, or maybe this was in the bedroom and I didn't want to bring it back to the office and I was just, you know, doodling over there. This is it. No colors, no nothing, but just plain doodles. But at least I used the pages, right? So, because I can always come back. I can always come back and let's say I wanted to color in this carrot. I can still do that, you know, so, but at least I have the journals. I have the journaling done. So that's what you can do with that. And obviously you have to dry that off again. Done. I had to sneeze. Excuse me. All right, so we have letterings. I was doing some, I'm gonna have to sneeze again. Excuse me. All right, some Kelly Creates brushes. So you'll see some of those too where I have swatches or I have like sample, thank you, sample letterings of the new pens and new markers and new that. Maybe next week when I go live. So I'm planning to go live every Saturday. I know that you can't join me every Saturday, but I would love for you to. Maybe next Saturday we can do talk about pens and markers that I love to use. And then maybe we're going to stop at March. And then we can do a little bit of flip through again next time. So we're going to stop at March and then next week would be April because it's a whole lot. So this one, I think that I was using, I'm going to say Tombow. I love Tombow. And with Tombow, you can do some blending like this. But look at that. That's what you're going to get is a little bit of bleed through. But if you're using a Hobonichi, then you should be used to having some bleed throughs every once in a while. You know, every now and then you'll get some bleed throughs like that. But it's so pretty. Look at that. I mean, you can just cover it up with something next week. All right. So we're going to stop here in March, and then we're going to continue on next week, next Saturday for the April. But today, I said we're going to do a live journaling, and I didn't do live yesterday and today. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some loose florals over here so I can show you guys, how I do my loose florals. All right. And I have here the tropical set from Prima Marketing. I believe that this is like $19 or $17 maybe on sale on Amazon. I have it listed in my recent video that I posted this morning because I used it the other night. Okay. So I have water in here. I got this container from Marshall's, and it's perfect for watercoloring because look, I can wash my brush over here, then I can wash it even further over there. Okay, so when I do my florals, so these are, I think this one is a much thinner brush. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to use a much thicker brush because I can get those big petals. Okay, so if you have any questions along the way, I will be able to see it, okay? So just stop me if I'm doing it too fast. All right, let me move this ink so that there's no shadows in the container. Okay, here we go. Think of it as when you do it, you're basically creating like a C, okay? So you're going to start with 2 C's away from each other, or like a half circle, or an incomplete circle, okay? One of the mistakes when I was doing florals before is I would start with a whole lot of water. When you're going to start in the middle, you don't want a whole lot of water in your brush. So you dip it once and make sure that you kind of tap it to get the excess water out. And then you get your color and you start with the small, think of it in the middle of your rose. Okay, so what did I said? We're thinking of a C. I mean, really, like a C like that. I'm going to adjust my camera so you guys would see it much better. Hold on. Sorry about that. But I want you guys to see. Okay, here we go. So we have that C, and I'm going back in, and I'm going to dip again. I didn't dip in the water, just dip in the color. And then from here, see where the opening is? I'm just going to go over there and just kind of do it again like that. Now, notice what I did with my brush. I kind of started with the tip and then bended it and then swipe it to the side like this. So that's how you do lettering as well, is that you have to bend your markers or your brushes to create that thicker line, all right? So I'm going back. I cleaned my brush, although I didn't have to do that, but I wanted to get some water. That's why. I'm going to dip it in, go back to the color. Now with more water in my brush, I'm just going to start doing loops and see how really bended my brush is. I'm just going to go in like that. Now I'm going to add water without dipping in the color, just water. And just kind of go on these sides. Because I still have color in here in my brush. Even though I dipped it in the water, I would still have that color. And then I added the water, and then now I dipped over there and just where the water is, because you're going to see where the water is. You're just going to keep adding color in there. So you're just barely tapping it so you can get the colors in there. And then I'm going to go back in the water. Then that earlier I was dipping the tip of my brush. This time I want to get colors like half part of the brush. Now I'm going to go back in there, and we're not going to create a sharp anymore. So I'm not going like this because I don't want any sharp lines. So I'm just going on the side like this. And this is just loose watercolors. And I'm not saying that this is how you are. This is the right way, but this is how I do mine. And I love the look. I love the look of messy florals. Now, if you want sharp lines, you can go back and tip your brush again and go like that. And really, to me, I call that done. And then I'm going to go back and use a different color. Let's use purple. Blues and purples would be pretty. Now it's going to depend on you, but you just start with a C. Think of it as C. There. This one's going to be fuller over here at the bottom. And that's the beauty of the watercolors, is that those colors will mix together and it will still look so pretty. And then I go back, clean my water, just add a little bit more here. Oop, that's too much color. And if you have too much color in there, you can just clean your brush and then just go back in there. There we go. Now I can start adding my petals, my leaves, I mean. Now, when you're doing your leaves, I always say it this way. It's kind of like you're doing your wing liner, your makeup. So if you're doing your makeup, you have to think like a feather. It has to go really light. You know, when you're trying to do those thin branches, so they just go in like that. And always just think light. And I always do like this too. And just go like that, and you're good. And then the thing that I've learned along the way is that it used to be my leaves would go in one direction all the time. So it always looks funky. And so it's like, why does my leaves look like that? It never looks like the others, you know. And also variation in size. It always helps, you know, to give your eyes that everything looks different. You know, not the same sizes. Some would have the same size, but not all of them. And when you're new in what you're doing in your craft, it's like you don't know, you know. So you only learn as you go. You make mistakes and you go look back in your past projects and you see, oh, you know what? I can do that. I can change that, you know. And that's how we learn. And that's how I learned. So everything looks so pretty now. You have little ones like that sticking out. And that's okay if they would mix the colors together. But that's it. That's the loose watercoloring. And I would, if this is my journal pages today, I'm going to say, well, we did a live video, so we're going to do that. I'll just probably use the red and kind of create the YouTube. And I would adjust the camera again. Excuse me, please. All right. There we go. And I would do that shape in the middle. So I could leave a white space. You know, if you're using a Hobonichi Weeks, remember it just all of a sudden, the Hobonichi Weeks just blew up. I know that you love using stickers, but I am encouraging you to play with it and use the Tomoe River paper with watercolors and other medium because they are amazing, amazing paper, really. And for me to avoid mess, I will just dry this. And if you would notice, I am always like stretching my paper when I'm trying to dry it because it would wrinkle. So what I try is I kind of stretch the paper before I put my heating tool in there so that my paper would not wrinkle so much because it will wrinkle. And be careful with, because it gets really hot, so be careful with your. But that's it. That was so easy. See? And if you decide to do this loose florals watercolors, I'd love to see them. Please, please, please tag me. I'd love to see it. Okay, so what I'm gonna use, I think I want to use a gray. Okay, so since this is the only one that I can find, this is from Kelly Creates. This is a small brush. I'm just gonna go in here and say, apologize if I don't talk a whole lot when I'm lettering, when I'm doing something. I'm so terrible at that. I mean, I leave you guys hanging. I'm like, is she still there? I'm here. I'm just writing. I tend to be so quiet. I don't know. I don't know why I do that. And then I think I'm going to come back and just add some little bit of details in my leaves, maybe. I think I'd leave my florals alone. And since this is loose florals, you want to make sure that your details are also loose and just messy, you know? Because that's the idea. So just play. Okay, you guys have to help me out for next week's video. I know we kind of talked about it. We're going to do the other half of the flip through. And then maybe talk about types of mediums or brushes. What are my favorite pens and, you know, brushes to use in my Hobonichi. Let me know in the comment section what you guys want to see for next week's live video. And same time, same place, here on YouTube. I'll start at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I figured it's a good time for everyone, Central, Pacific, and Eastern Time as well. And then I'll just journal here. I'll do some journaling from yesterday. My daughter and the rest of her class, actually 4th graders, went to some senior homes here in our area and they serenaded the veterans. I thought that was so special. But I have some pictures to print, so I want to leave, you know, the space for that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'm really grateful that you're here. I do hope that we can make this a regular thing where I go live every Saturday. I would so love to hang out with you and you can, you know, get your journals out and we can just create together. I think that will be a wonderful thing and habit to start. Thank you again. Oh, Atlantic time too. That's right. Mountain time as well. Oh my goodness. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. So yeah, that's what we'll do next week. We're going to do the rest of the flip through and we're going to talk about my favorite markers and medium to use. You've seen the watercolor, so next week I'm sure that you're going to be seeing a whole lot of lettering as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and of course when I have new videos, I hope that you click that, what do they say, smash that like button and then click that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I would do that too. Yes, I actually have it out, but we didn't have time. But we'll talk about that next week. Have a wonderful evening, morning, whichever part of the world you're at. And please, please stay creative and stay happy. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.